What's up, guys? Welcome to Reef Lounge TV. It's your boy Shane O'Mac back again for another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at one of our most recent displays that we've set up here at the shop. This is the Red Sea Reefer XXL 900. Definitely a monster of a tank here. It's been set up about a month now, but just kind of re-aquascaped it and added most of the corals within the last week or two. As you guys can see here, this is going to be your typical mixed reef. Right now we've got mostly LPS and softies, zoanthids, that type of thing in here. But we are planning on adding some SPS down the road with this tank. Definitely gonna have enough flow for it. As far as the aquascape, we definitely built it up pretty high already. So the plan is to put some sticks up there eventually and kind of keep the softer stuff, the LPS, soft corals, that type of thing down here on the bottom in the lower flow area. This area over here, right now we're actually just using to house some new torches that we don't have room for in the flats. These are all new ones that have come in recently, but already looking super nice, super fleshy, just kind of waiting for them to color up a little bit. And then there's just some random pieces that we've tossed in here over the last couple of weeks from some of the flats. Let's see, you've got some nice Zoas here, some Bob Marleys, I can't remember what those orange ones are, Midas maybe. Got a little Acan back there, more Zoas, some Blondies, more torches. This trackie right here is really a special one. Can't get enough of these colors right here. That yellow on the red really pops, even more so to the eye than it is on camera right now. Some Zoas again, as you guys can see here. These guys taking off real quick. I think we put them there a week ago. They're already, looks like they're spreading on that rock pretty well. Got some more Euphilia down here, some mushrooms. Some nice random stuff. Got some really nice utter chaos right there. One of my all-time favorite zoanthids. Whoop. But yeah, this is one of our newest builds here at the store. Definitely should be fun to watch over the next couple of months how this thing progresses. Definitely plan to keep you guys posted on this. Let me know down there in the comments what you guys would like to see, what you guys think we should do with this tank as far as aquascaping and stocking. As I said, right now pretty much the only plans are for it to be a full-on mixed reef, so ideally have a couple of different zones for housing different types of corals, and just try to display the type of variety that is possible. Especially in a tank like this, something that's this size really gives you a good opportunity to create a lot of different zones and kind of have, I like to say, almost, if you do this right, it's almost like you have several mini tanks inside a larger tank, you know, because you have areas like down here in this cave, for example, which would be great for corals that don't like quite as much light and a little bit lower flow, like scolies and things like that. And you've got these areas up at the top of the rock here where you can point your pumps right at them. Obviously they're sitting right underneath the lights. They're going to be high flow, high light, turbulent areas that most of your hard corals will really like. So when you have a tank this size, it really makes creating zones and creating areas that are going to be perfect for different types of corals a lot easier. Whereas when you have a tank like this, only 24 inches, it creates more of a challenge to try to get your high flow areas here. We can actually take the orange filter off for this one because it's this light here, this hydro, set more at a 10K spectrum. But when you have a smaller tank like this, it definitely is a little bit harder to create multiple zones. If you want to build the rock up here, have a pump blowing at it, you're gonna have nice area for some SPS, put some sticks there up top, but it's gonna be hard to get that flow strong enough to make them really happy while also having it be weak enough down here at the bottom of the tank to keep some of your LPS happy. So obviously with a tank like this, nice little cube like this, it's kind of better to pick one type of coral and stick to it, whether that be LPS and softies, that type of thing, or more your hard corals, because like I said, it's just not as easy to create different zones in a smaller footprint. Whereas this tank, with the depth of it, I believe it is 24 inches deep, maybe 22, and then 6-7 feet long, like you have plenty of area to create maybe 7 or 8 different zones in here. You know, you can have a high flow zone here up at the top, and you can have kind of a medium flow area there, you know, and like I say, the more caves you put and things like that, just I always tell people, like, you want to use your rock as a place to house corals and, you know, a place to put corals, but you can also use the rock to create different zones within the tank. If you put a giant rock here in the middle and have your pumps blowing at it that way, that giant rock is going to, you know, soften some of the flow. So just to the left of that, you can put some corals that like a little bit lower tip flow. Like most of these torches, I would say they're in a good low to medium flow right here. You can see all the tentacles are flowing in the water, but not violently. They're kind of swaying back and forth. You can see they're going to the right, and then they'll come back and they'll kind of go to the left with a little bit of randomness in between. That's what you want for most LPS. If you're blasting these guys with too much flow, it'll irritate the flesh, and you know, you could end up losing pieces just simply from having too much flow, not giving it the perfect environment that it needs. So this one, I don't know why. We have a ton of different displays going up at the shop right now. I just have a sneaky feeling that this is gonna be the one right here. This, out of all the tanks at the shop, I think in 2 years, this one's really gonna be the most of a joy to look at. So definitely, as far as me personally, as far as that goes, I'm definitely excited to see the evolution of this one, see how things turn out over time. We will obviously be cleaning up some of these torches as we end up with some more room over there in the raceways. Right now, our flats over here are very full with coral, which is a good problem to have, but obviously we want to bring in new stuff too. And we still are bringing in new stuff every week, and every once in a while we kind of run out of space, so it's nice to have a couple extra displays around the shop to have places to put things. But yeah, other than that, things are going great here at the shop. We've got a ton of coral right now. We've got a giant fish order coming in on Tuesday. Just about everything most of the things that were on our request list were on the list. So if you've been waiting on something for a while, there's a good chance we're going to get it in this week. Our dry goods section is rocking and rolling. We've got a few new products that we are carrying now. We are now carrying the whole Fluval line, their tanks, all the equipment. So if you've been looking for any of that, it is here. Obviously, we have the same old stuff that most of you know and love: AI, Ecotech, Neptune, Red Sea. We've got a little bit of everything. There's the big boy right there, the 1,000-gallon, up and running. There's a lot going on at the shop right now, guys. This is another display that we just set up about 2 weeks ago. I'll be doing a video on this one soon as well to show you guys. Got our automatic hydraulic canopy on that one, so that'll be fun to show off. But yeah, see these 2 rows here, we are all freshwater, so even though we are the Reef Lounge, we do carry freshwater at this location as well. So we've got a discus tank there, 1 wall, and then 2 rows of freshwater here. And we've got our 2 rows of freshwater fish, and then we've got the coral flats with some more coral flats over here. Bringing in some exotic fish next week, so most of those will go over here on this wall. But yeah, as you guys can see, a little bit of everything. A lot going on at the shop right now. Definitely come down and pay us a visit. We are open until 6 p.m. We'd love to see you. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, definitely leave them down there in the comments. And with that being said, I will see you on the next video.